talk about Adobe Firefly. In a world where video editing was once a time-consuming process, a new era has dawned. Welcome to the age of AI-powered video editing, where the boundaries of creativity are being shattered. Today, we're going to explore the remarkable ways in which AI is revolutionizing the editing process. Let's dive in.
It's called Adobe Firefly.
Adobe Firefly.
The Firefly.
Firefly.
Adobe Firefly.
Adobe Firefly.
Introducing the brand new Adobe Firefly.
Where do I even begin? Well, you have to get accepted into the beta. You can click the link down below and that'll put you on the wait list. It took me about a week. Today I want to talk about what's actually included when you get into the beta and what's coming, because that's the exciting stuff.
You know, when it comes to how does a tool or a service like Firefly serve the creative process, Eric, you mentioned this earlier, but really making concepting so much more efficient, to be able to prove out a visual idea very quickly and then iterate on it to illustrate something to a client or someone who is needing to visualize something within, a matter of seconds versus what might have taken a matter of weeks.
Let that sink in. You can create anything you want in a matter of seconds using Adobe AI. And looking at all the features that are coming, such as inpainting, extensions, you have unlimited options, which is great. And they've also included Smart Portrait, which Photoshop has had for quite some time. But depth to an image is crazy. The fact that you can mock up things and you have 3D images that you can create, let alone you can change what the image is of by a click of a button. My favorite things are these text to template things, so you can create birthday cards and create your online store with Etsy by using Firefly, which is going to be a game changer. Even make your Christmas card from Adobe Firefly. You have text to vector options, which allow you to create these sick vectors that you can actually directly put into Illustrator and manipulate in seconds. You can combine photos. So if you have multiple photos, combine them into one image. That took me like hours. Color conditioning. So if you have an image that you want to reference, you can pull those colors as well. Upscaling. So if you have a blurry image, you can upscale it to increase the sharpness, which is nuts. But we haven't even started talking about video. You can create your own custom music and soundtracks, as well as finding sound effects based on what you are seeing, which is mind-blowing to me because I didn't even know that was possible. Furthermore, if you want to actually generate your color grades using text, you can tell Firefly what you want and it will just do it. This looks extremely promising. Adding on to the captions feature already involved within Premiere Pro, it looks like we're going to be getting some more captions, which would be awesome. You can actually create animated 3D text. Cool. For video, my favorite thing is finding B-roll. To be able to click a button and have Firefly analyze all your clips and automatically put B-roll into the timeline would allow us the option to create rough cuts and rough edits extremely fast. And one of the most mind-blowing features of Adobe Firefly is the ability to generate storyboards. And not just storyboards, you can also make a previs so you can theoretically see what your project will be like before you even shoot. This is changing everything. Once you get in the beta, you're going to see a bunch of options. You can see what's coming soon, you can see what's in exploration. You can also get inspired by other people's work that they've created with the text-to-image stuff. And it gets pretty nuts because when you go through here, there's some pretty promising results. It reminds me of Midjourney on steroids, but it's not perfect and we're going to dive in. My favorite feature is the text-to-image. As you can see, this person typed close-up of a mystic cat like a phoenix, red and black colors. The best thing about text to image is that you can actually change the style. So if I want to click steampunk, make this look like a photo, and change the aspect ratio, I can do all that with a couple clicks. And the fun thing is if you like an image, you can modify it even more. You can click this show similar button and it's going to populate a bunch of images that look like that image. When I'm starting with the text to image stuff, I typically like to look at what everyone else is doing because it offers some sort of inspiration and you can kind of see what they're using for their prompts. But how can we use this in our everyday life? Well, let's say a muted forest with fog, HD, shot by National Geographic. I'm going to change this to photo, the aspect ratio to widescreen, and I'm going to scroll through these types right here till I get down to the bottom, and I'm going to make this low lighting. And this is already looking pretty good. I actually love this image up here. So you can click the download button and let's pop this in Photoshop. And in a minute, you can create your own custom thumbnail, which is pretty sick. You can also do text effects, which is, as you guessed it, similar to the text to image generation, but this time it uses your prompt to create your own font. Like this one says cheese popcorn, and that's what we get. And the text effects are pretty cool. You can basically type in any prompt you want and customize your settings on the right-hand side, such as an underwater wonderland or trees and fog.
But ultimately, like the end goal for us is getting these capabilities into the Adobe products you're already using. Like that's our North Star. And we're early on that journey, and we're showing a lot of stuff in Firefly today as standalone, just because we wanted to get it out into people's hands as soon as possible. And so we can have that conversation with the community. But the real goal is to get Firefly into all of our tools to help you all be more productive.